Good evening and welcome back to Rome, this young, fledgling republic that we now need to guide with our bare hands towards a great destiny. I've finished off my coffee, I am awake and ready to do this. Hopefully you are too. And I just gotta say, I'm playing now on... I had to roll back EU4 to the 1.24.1 patch, I think it was. The 1.25 patch, also known as the England patch or whatever, with the release of Rule Britannia. This mod is not updated for it, so for safety's sake and not to run into any issues, I don't think there will be any, but just in case I don't run into any bugs or crashes and whatnot, I rolled it back, and I would probably advise you to do so as well if you want to play the mod. Hopefully they will update it soon. With the Rule Britannia update, there was also, or DLC, there was this whole mission thing, where you have the mission trees where you see all the missions for certain nations. Which I both like and dislike. I like it because you can already tell from the beginning what you will encounter, and you don't have to rely on, this mission system to randomly pop out missions that are relevant to you. So that's pretty cool. What I don't like though is that it creates this whole thing again where there's some nations that simply don't have it and are not as fleshed out as a result. There was this problem before, at least in my view, with the whole idea groups. The fact that some nations had ideas groups of their own, or national ideas of their own, while others did not and have to do generic ones. And this simply wasn't as fun to play as nations that didn't have it. And now when they have almost all nations having their own idea groups, at least major ones or the semi-major ones, and some very, very small ones have it too. Now they have this other thing that divides up nations where there's some nations that feel more complete that way, and I don't like it. I want all the nations to be the same in completeness and just feel of them. Sure, if you play like a small tiny nation in the HRE, bet you... Let's see, we have an election I have to stop. Let's say do Queso, Pompeius, Sulla. We'll pick that guy. Now we had a lot of... Wait, what? We don't have this anymore? Oh well. I lost my train of thought, so let's just say that I had something decent to say and it was worthwhile. And there we go. Argument made. But hopefully they will fix it. I do think it has potential in this mod. Especially for something as Rome and the bigger nations like Carthage and I guess Greece or something. That you could add in all these kind of national missions and have this mission tree. Especially as Rome, I'd say. That would be really cool. Because honestly, it's called Imperium Universalis. And while there's a lot of other cool countries to play as, Lydia or Babylon or Egypt, Carthage, for example, it is Rome that is, I guess, it is Rome that has marked this time period because they became so dominant and prevalent, not only during their own time, but also after their fall, with all the cultural influences that we still feel to this day. There we go. I am done now. Somewhat, at least. Archaic period has advanced metallurgy. We need to have embraced that. Megalopolis, which we are not close to, or are we? Let's see, where are we? We have 5 commoner. 5... We have one city with 10, but we need to have it as a core. Oh, the city of your culture. Aha! Well, there's 5, 3, 1, 1, 1, 4. Okay, so we're not doing very well on that, in that regard, at all. Alright, let's see. We are a bit behind in military tech, so we need to go there. We just got a new consul. Queso, Pompeius, Sulla. Yes, a free, average. I honestly prefer a bit of average because you get a bit of everything, as as is to be expected, I suppose. We have 16,000 men. We did get this whole thing about losing Casus Belli, and now we need to have a new leader. I guess we can just recruit a guy. No, we need the military tech. Let's just do our general. We will get a new, or our leaders in general. Since we will get a new consul all the time, it's not a big deal if you turn it into a general. The only bad thing is that if we get a really good one and we have to lose him, that would suck. But hopefully we don't have to go through that too often. We have rebels here. A lot of rebels. It's going to take them ages to stop being rebels. More than 4 years left of separatism before this province can form Etruria as a state of our own. That will be great. It will be very helpful, actually. We're already down to 75%, so when we do the state thing, hopefully we'll fall down quite a bit, and as such, get more money. That would be really cool. More money is great. Speaking of money, we are earning a fair bit, but still not a lot. I'm surprised still that armies don't cost a lot at all. But we only earn 4.5 in total income, that is, or earn about 2. And here we have another election. How often do they have these elections? They're all the time. Let's do that guy. And now we have this whole causes belly lost, causes belly lost, causes belly lost, which is a bit annoying. I'm tempted to just... Maybe... No, I can't right click on it. I kind of want to get rid of you. Okay, open pop-up window. There we go. Kind of don't need to see that if it's going to happen that often. And now we have gained them again. So it's like replacing something. So let's just do no pop-ups, thank you very much. And we'll do fine. We'll do fine. Let's do him as a leader now. Mamercus Julius Faustus. How often are these damn elections? If it's going to be that often, it's going to be every year. Wow! Wow, every year. That's interesting. Interesting, Rome. Elections every single goddamn year. That's just going to be annoying after a while, isn't it? Alright, we can build something. We should build something. We can build a small marketplace in Ostia and earn a bit more trade power. Not kind of what I want to do. We could build this for a tiny bit more coin. Not really what I want to do either. Let's see, no quarry. At least not in our land. Roma has that. Ostia. More sailors. Why would we care about sailors? No one cares about them. A bit more military though. That could be pretty cool. And now we earn a bit of money on our slaves. Good. Put them to good use. I don't really feel like building anything. The closest thing would be these shrines that increase income a little bit. Let's just do one. Yeah, do one tiny one. And let's do that building in Rome. Yeah, sure. Why not? Why am I paused? Okay, let's increase speed again. Soon we're gonna have another election. That's just gonna be annoying, isn't it? Alright, soon we will have a new technology in military. Which makes me a bit tempted to start another war. We had a war fairly recently, where we took Veii and Tibur. Let's see, criminal noble. He deserves death. I don't want to lose Republican tradition, especially not since we are we have so little Republican tradition. And we earned a bit more trust with Sabini, which is great because we really do need that. Our relations are still great on paper, but they are quite willing to part with us. So I think that trust thing was really beneficial for us. We have come as far as we probably can when in terms of relationship. We could get a bit more power by increasing our army, but we really do need more size in order to support it. Okay, we have another election. It's time for us to choose consul. I guess Gaius Licinius Felix. That is so expensive. Look, 1 stability, which is great, but then losing 15 Republican tradition. We do earn Republican tradition quite fast, 5.51. That's not too bad. But let's go with Gaius Licinius Felix, or Licinius. I'm pretty sure the old Romans of this time pronounce it over here K, but it might be a bit more grading that way. We're so used, or so used to hear people say especially in TV, Romans with a British accent, which is maybe not as historical, but also pronouncing them as an S sort of kind of thing, like Licinius or something like that. Never mind me, I'm not good at history. Sabini. Okay, with our own, we have 3 allies. We have the Balares, Paeligni, and Arimna. The Arimna have expanded a bit. At least I've gotten 1 more province, Sena Gallica, which I've taken from the former Piceni territory. Or Piceni, maybe. It just flows more natural with the Piceni, doesn't it? Maybe it's not the exact way to pronounce it, according to the Romans of this era, so to speak. But it just flows better, and it's easier to remember. At least for me. At least for me. Alright, can we get more soldiers is the question. We can. Do we want to? Maybe. Now we have gotten land morale boost, which is pretty nice, and we got something else. I think supply limit boost. Yep, we did. 5% extra supply. That's gonna help us a bit. Not a lot, but a tiny bit. The Veyan separatists are on the march. We are ahead of time in admin, and we have a great admin ruler, at least for the moment. So we're going to increase the stability a little bit. The lack of Republican tradition does increase that a lot at this stage. Luckily, we're earning it back fairly fast. Only 1 state and 2 territories. Alright, we can get rid of him again. You know what? Marcus Licinius Sulla. I think he was there before, but let's do him again. Alright, that came out wrong. Let's pick him again. There we go. That worked out great. He's a free thinker. 54 years old. A decent military skill man. We kind of do need a proper general, because turning this guy into a leader all the time and then having to resume the army drilling, that's gonna put a mark on it. We're gonna leave a mark. Alright, these guys have the Paeligni and Lucani as their allies. Lucani. You can take that place. None of our allies would join, and we would have to fight the Paeligni. I think we're strong enough to do that. Except for maybe the Lucani. Who are the Lucani? Where are you, and why do you exist? And they're there, they're fairly strong. Also, can't forget the fact that we won't have our help from our ally. Our ally is or vassal, is not to be trusted. He cannot be trusted, or it cannot be trusted. Okay, let's cancel the drilling. We have an uprising soon in Veya. So we should be ready. Still a fair amount of army drill. It's not great, but at least it's something. There we go. We have the separatists uprising, and that is beaten back. Now there won't be a rebellion there for a while. We could even stand here in Tibur and practice our army. That should put down the unrest quite a bit. Tarquini still has the chance of rebellion. Let's go there instead. Let's squash that rebellion. That rebellion will die down to 0 in a while. Then we have the Tiber ones. So, yeah, we can add in a bit more men. Let's add in some more infantry and throw in another of these skirmishers. Now we have another election, and we have Decius Apunius Piso. A bit annoying that keeps happening all the time, but there we go. We wanted it. We wanted to have a republic. Res Publica Libera. Now our Republican tradition is doing quite great. Well, at least decently great. Truces are coming up. People are ready to fight. Soldiers are mustered. We have 17,000 men. That's, we don't need more money. We want the Republican tradition. Consequences of debt slavery. There we go. We have a bit more slaves too. We could really get rid of the Paeligni at this point. We are going at a rapid rate. Let's just do this. We have the money. Let's increase that, and then that. Let's just throw in a ton more soldiers. We will go over our cap quite a bit, but we can pay for it. We have the money. We have the financial means to pay for everything as well. All the weapons, the whole shebang. Decadence of the nobles. That will lose loyalty of the patricians or administrative power. Let's lose patricians a little bit. It's not too much. Diplomatic technology, let's just wait so we don't have to pay 10% extra. You never know. You never know. Might as well keep it. Because with that 10% extra, we might be able to afford something else. And it's soon that it will turn over to 235 in this weird time counting. Even with the Paeligni and the Lucani, I don't think they will stand any chance, especially with our army just standing here in Tarracina, for example, or Tarracina. Declare war, immediately run over, destroy their army, and then their allies will be left with absolutely nothing. There we go, we have a new leader again. With him, we can just stand there and be ready. Yeah, that's actually a fairly good leader. Yeah, not bad at all. Hopefully he will stay long enough. And there we go with the year. And that means diplomatic tech increase. Great stuff, great stuff, great stuff. I'm quite happy with our current progress. Our trajectory, it's going stellar. Our fleet, is it anything that needs to be upgraded? Nope. Spes. How many ships can we have now? We can have 11 more. You know what? Let's just order a ton more ships. Maybe not 11 more, because 15 each, but increase it to 20 of these merchant ships. You know what? Let's just be at port while you do that. There's no need to be out and lose fleets potentially for nothing. Alright. Alright, we will take border Minturnae. Let's do exactly that and invade. Day 1 invasion. Then we will have to deal with the Paeligni over here. And also potential upstarts that send over their men as condottieri, for example, which has ravished us in the past. I don't think their fleet was necessarily that big, and I also don't think the Lucani were. The Paeligni does have quite a few men. And, oh, is this the Sabini I see? Did they venture into our land? Do they want to be part of us? Is this a sign? Is it a sign? They are actually attacking Corfinium with 4,000 men. It's like they want to lose soldiers. Well. That's not great then. I think our fleet will be able to handle this. And an admiral doesn't count that much, but we can only have one leader without upkeep. So I'm not going to do that. I'll send over the fleet. It will help in the sieging effort. Yep, most definitely. And there we go, 14. We can speed up a little bit more while we wait for the siege to be done. It takes quite a while, doesn't it? What is the time it takes? 33 days. Local defensiveness plus 10%. What a shame. 33 days, huh? We only have a few months left until we have another election and we lose this guy. Capua entered a military alliance with our enemy Paeligni. Capua, sitting here, a massive city of 18 population, while Roma only stands at 11. That is quite disgusting. Let's ransack that place. And now we need to find our enemy's army. So we should go to Corfinium and see if we can dispose of it. Or find it, or whatnot. They're standing over there, but I can't reach that place. Or we can actually, we can't reach it, but I think they will run away before. However, do we want to attack and take over Corfinium as well? Maybe we do. We got some of their army, not all of it. And now they're trying to return to it to help out. But by that point they will have lost a lot of more men than we have. And hopefully, yep, there we go. Have lost the battle. Pentri wants to... Oh, they pay nothing for it. Well, then, of course, we will happily help out. Oh, and it was perfect. It was there as well. Yes, yes, yes to all of that. That was a Lucani army that we encountered and murdered. There we go. This is a bad morale situation. I gotta say, I'm not a big fan of the morale situation. We even lost that battle. How the hell did that happen? Why was our morale so much worse? There's probably a lot of reasons for that. But we have destroyed a lot of their soldiers. Unfortunately, we're gonna lose our general soon. Still don't know what that means. Oh, military power. Alright, alright. 611, 221, 236. And let's pick that guy. We are in a war after all. He got 6 in leader and he's a fairly good one. Manius Sempronius Nobilior. Pretty cool name too. Damn, we're losing a lot of money now. Our army maintenance is through the roof. Could be because we're a bit over. A tiny bit over. Only 6 guys over. Still can't make it through yeah, 2 more years of separatism. There we go. We have 16,000 men ready. Ready for battle. Let's find enemy. Let's do something about it. We have a new leader, a new consul. 6.2, and this is, I think, mountains. Yes, this is not a great situation to be fighting in. Let's just take over Aternum. Let's put the onus on them to come to us rather than the opposite. Defensive battles are generally speaking easier to fight than attacking battles. Corrupt society, not a good sign, but we'll deal with it. We'll deal. There we go. Rome is was taken, I was going to say, but Rome took what it wanted. And let's help out with Corfinium. Let's do that. Gotta love the music. Music is great in the background. Okay, 7%. We cannot assault a fortress without a breach. Cannot attempt to do that otherwise. Let's increase speed a little bit. Months are ticking by. But we're attacking our former ally, and I think we could just swallow them both whole. Well, maybe. There we go. We have taken Corfinium. Do we have 100% over them? We have 96%, so they wouldn't be willing to go for the peace. Okay, let's go after them. Let's go after them. Let's do one more battle. At this point, we can't really lose. That's a good thing. That is the good thing. Because either we win the battle, and we can do a complete annexation of Paeligni, or we just take the capital city. Either way, we cannot lose the war. They have 10.9 thousand men. That is a lot. Paeligni are willing to give up. You know what? Let's try one attack. We have a decent leader. They have a decent leader. We have a decent army. They have a decent army. Let's see what happens. Okay, it's starting out fairly well. We're fighting in mountains, so the terrain is not on our side at all. They're losing more men than we do. And their morale is just dying. There was a nice battle. Let's annihilate their forces. There we go. One army down. And. Well, this might not be a wipe. Yes, it will. It will be a wipe. There we go. We have taken them. And now we're sieging over here in Lucani. And here is really where I need to figure out what do we want to do with this, with Lucani. We can't really take them as a vassal. They will piss off all the south at once. So we might just take some money from them. They're not willing to go that far. Actually, we are minus in things. So let's just take Buxentum and Velci to increase or inflate our war score with them specifically. We only need to hold a few bits. Okay, there's gonna be an election soon again. There we go. There's an election. Marcus Mamilius Nobilior. Sure, let's go with that guy. Plundering of Velci. Could enslave them all. Yeah, let's do that. Enslave them all. There we go. We have taken a bit of population from them. They are more willing now to go for a peace. They will not go for as much money as we may desire from them. But we can lower it a tiny, tiny bit. There we go. 31%, 32%, 33%. What do you... let's go with 100 exactly. There we go. We have that peace deal done. Now, however, we cannot move our owners back because I didn't think this one through. Great. We'll just have to slowly move our army back through our boats. And we can also go for peace now, so we don't have to fight land battles. Or water battles, or whatever we want to call it. Let's see. No, not close enough. Not close enough still. There we go. One bit more. Yeah, we can take all of that. It will be a fair amount of works or aggressive expansion, but we can survive. And now we have a border, so to speak, or coast with the Adriatic Sea, which is fairly cool, in my opinion. So we swallowed our former ally, which is a bit of a dick move, admittedly. And there we go. Took over that too, and Southern Latium is now secured. Do we have any other missions here? Conquer Campania? Sure, we can try to conquer Campania. That is Capua, over here. Right, there we go. Conquer Campania, which is, I think, Capua, yeah, Neapolis as well. So we have a claim on that, which is great. Neapolis is also a big city. Capua and Neapolis, both fairly big. We will cancel the mercenaries, and they really hate us. Yet they were happy enough, or nice enough, to send their men there. Alright then. What happened to our other ships? Oh, we have a small navies out here just trading. Let's bring everyone together like a big happy family, so they can trade everyone at the same time. A great thing. A great thing. Now we can make Etruria into a state, and I'm happy to do so, and also pay the price of coring it. And we can core that as well to a core province. So that's 20.2%. That's a major difference. A major difference. Okay, we do have some rebels in Tibur. With our armies all together there, that's probably gonna work in making sure that they we get rid of them. Looming disaster. Successio plebis. Alright, let's take a look at what that disaster actually means. Plebeians' influence is 30 or greater. Okay, they have fallen in their... Plebeians needs to get a bit more land. We have a slave revolt in Roma, which is bad. Very bad. Let's check with our estates. You know what? I'm gonna deal with that in the next episode. Thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you next time.